Wave, this is my audience tonight.
Hello, my name is Carter Rains, and I am currently a student at Southern Wesleyan University and a member of the men's golf team. Because of being a collegiate golfer, full-time student, and a freshman, I currently do not have a job. But because of the time it takes and work I put in, plus the scholarship money that I do receive, I consider golf to be my job. Something interesting about my job being golf is a current debate in the golf world about restricting the current technology of the golf ball and to not allow it to go as far. In the current professional and collegiate game, players are hitting it further than ever before. This is causing, especially amongst professional golfers, historical championship golf courses to no longer be as challenging due to not being long enough to cope for the distance and the way that they're hitting the ball. According to the Professional Golf Association, the average driving distance on tour was 256.89 yards in 1980 when they first started recording this data. However, now, due to the advances in technology, the average is 295.29 yards. Now that's a difference of about 40 yards, from 256 to 295. And that's astounding, especially considering that many of the golf courses that they play were originally designed to be geared more towards the distance of about 256 average, rather than that 295. Since then, golf courses have been in a scramble to adjust by trying to bring back the tees and make the golf courses longer. And well, that's an issue, especially since that average driving distance number is still climbing. The issue is the golf courses that are being played, again, weren't designed for this level of distance. And although people still argue that the sport has become too easy compared to that game of old. There are two sides to this argument, one in favor and one against the limitation of the ball. Those in favor of limiting the ball say it will preserve that game, lower the cost for players around the world, and bring the game back closer to its roots. Those who oppose its limitations argue that the players who hit the ball so far are just a very small group and only represent 2% of the golfing population, and that limiting the ball would cause the average golfer to not enjoy the game as much and could even possibly hinder the game's growth. They also argue that the concept of actually limiting the ball itself scientifically is too complex and too complicated, and therefore not feasible. The reason in favor of limiting the ball was stated clearly by the United States Golf Association Executive Director Mike Davis when he said, quote, "The reality is the ball distance is affecting all golfers and affecting them in a bad way. These courses are expanding and are predicted to continue to expand. All it's doing is increasing the cost of the game. The impact it has had has been horrible," end quote. Tiger Woods, a golf legend and arguably the greatest player of all time, even said, quote, "We need to do something about the ball. I just think it's going too far," end quote. The reason they think this is that as the ball gets longer, courses are trying to adjust, as I said earlier. That adjustment costs members more money in monthly fees and guests in round costs and greens fees as they visit different courses. They argue if you limit the technology of the ball, then courses, won't have to change anymore, and therefore not cost your golfers to have to change them. On the other side of the equation, opposers argue that limiting the golf ball would be very complicated, and more importantly, it only affects about 2% of the golfing world. Mike Powell is Srixon's president of sales and marketing. Srixon is a Japanese-based golf equipment company that is well respected in the golf community and worldwide. He said that the complications come from the science of how to limit the ball. Affecting different parts of the ball would cause many different outcomes. He also thinks that limiting the ball would make the game less fun for most golfers, and that would hurt the growth of the game. He said, people, quote, dig the long ball, end quote, and taking that away would make the growth less fun for for many. In conclusion, both sides make good points. Golf courses are costing players more money to try and expand. But is that okay? Does the need for amateurs to want to play and the growth of the game trump those costs? As of now, the golf world is divided, and only time will tell the answer. And as for me and the rest of the golfers, well, we're just going to keep playing. Thank you so much for your time.